Max Crosby is one of my favorite guys in the league right now. Full speed all the time. Trying different stuff. A little bit leaner body, angular, but he's explosive, relentless. He's got a pass rush plan for guys. He knows how to set people up. In this case, when 68, the right tackle, gets into his three-point stance, he has a really hard time getting out of his stance. And he'll start, especially with these tight ends, a lot of these tackles end up trying to play right over the top of the tight end. And so Max knows, like, if these tight ends aren't looking at me, they're probably not blocking me, especially the inside tight end right there who's looking in at the ball. I can swipe through, and if this guy tries to short set me, like there's two tight ends here that are actually going to block, then I'm going to go right by him because this set is just very poor. And so this is Max saying, like we talked about, we're going to create an angle of departure that allows us to disrupt the rhythm of the offensive tackle, and we're going to initiate the confrontation. Swipe, done. Easy. Really, probably one of the easiest sacks he's going to have all season. See it later here. And now, because, honestly, one reason, tackles in his 2-point. Now, he's way too high, and he's inviting the bull. But he's in that 2-point stance. He gets back, and now he's playing with that length, right? He's playing extended. And so even the situation, although Max has a good bull going, because he has arm extended, he has room to recover, we feel really good about this as opposed to the last one, right? And as a right tackle, we forced Max into going right down the middle. Okay, he kind of did his head fakes, his body feints, but ultimately he ended up going with the bull, and he's going to try to work the bull off into something else. But when you get into this position, you're just a lot better off. I know this is a quick pass, but philosophically, that's what we're trying to accomplish every time. You don't look at the play as, oh, the guy got rid of the ball. You look at the play as, did he win the confrontation or not? Now, look, Max Crosby should never be blocked by a tight end, especially with one that says so the technique is poor as this. This guy just literally opened the gate like he was the hinge on a door. This is ugly, but this is what Max is supposed to do. Very simply, if you're going to block me with somebody who has no technique, arms wide open, chest showing, might as well just. I mean, he weighs less than Max, right? Right here, it's just a bull, and if you get low, not a whole lot the tackle can do. That doesn't show up in the stat book as a sack, and it's not a knockdown, but he forces the quarterback to back up some more, turn his shoulders, throw the ball away, go get mad at his coach, play Xbox. Now, Lane Johnson's one of the best in the business. And the reason that he's so good, and the reason that really good defensive ends have a hard time against him, is he gets off on the snap extremely fast, and he always ends up in this position. So Danielle Hunter is a great pass rusher, okay? But he does such a good job of staying square and forcing this guy. Like, he has nowhere. At this point, Danielle Hunter's nowhere to go because Lane's back. He's in front of him. The quarterback is one that doesn't drop back too far. And when he takes that step, he doesn't pump forward. He just throws. So now, even though I don't like how his hands are, he's really has those hands because he wants to go low to high and grab. Now, if this guy spins inside, easy redirect. We have great footwork. It's an excellent job. This is just 2 plays later. Does the same thing again. Gets out fast. And he's just in a good body position. Danielle does a good job of getting him a little bit outside. You see I'll show you one more time. Right here, you can see that he's got an inside angle. He should probably just take a stab and a rip inside, but he ends up doing the spin. Lanes does a great job recovering and pushing it down. Jalen, of course, escapes, makes a good play. But the idea of staying in front of that guy, he wins before they even touch each other most of the time. That's what makes him so special. And you got these 2 wide edge rushers for the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Graham's up on the right side of the screen, playing against the right tackle. I think his name's O'Neal. And we got a four-man slide from the right guard over. So the left tackle takes a little bit kind of different set. He does anyways, but he knows he's going to have some help from that center, and therefore that left guard, they can create a wall. So the right tackle's on him by himself. And so he takes a good set, but if you're not going to, that's not a position of power right there. You see he dropped that back foot. So his right leg's almost straight. He's kind of reaching out instead of punching. And so even when you get back, again, Brandon Graham has created this angle of departure that puts him in a confrontation position where this right tackle is not ready for confrontation. And if you look at this angle again, it has nothing to do with getting worried about getting beat around the corner. He's not worried about getting beat. Brandon Graham's coming right down the barrel. You just have to be ready. But what happens is when you force that angle and you force that guy to get out, and right now his feet stop because Brandon Graham can still rip inside. He can still go he can go upfield. He's looking right down the barrel of you now, but you're not sure as an offensive lineman. This is a very difficult, precarious situation to be in because you don't know what to do with your feet. Is he going to rip inside? If he goes upfield, am I going to open up or am I able to kick? I have to set my feet. I'm getting a little bit antsy because I think he might bull me. And now I end up not punching. I end up kind of taking this one on the chin. And while the quarterback gets the ball off here, this is not a rep we call a win. Okay, that's Brandon Graham doing a great job of bullying him right back into the pocket of the quarterback. And he's doing it because angle of departure, right tackle's not in rhythm. Brandon initiates confrontation with a bull rush. We spend all this time talking about all these different moves. I haven't shown you a really creative move, right? Because it's not that you don't need them. Well, it is that you don't need them. You need to win this part. If you're really good at this stuff, if you just have this down, the rest of it, you're going to win on. The rest of it is built off the foundation. We forget to teach these principles, and we go right into, I got a double swipe with a rip. I got a chop club rip. I got a chop club swipe. I got a stab bull. I got a stab. The young guys in the league that just come in, Trayvon Walker, Kayvon Thibodeau, Will Anderson Jr. Just come in the league now. All these guys kind of rush the same, right? Extremely talented athletes, fast off the ball, strong, angular, leverage, a lot of stabs, single arm stab, a lot of stab to a ghost rush. We'll try to dip underneath, okay? But I don't know that we're doing a great job in college right now teaching these guys just these three basic principles: angle of departure, disrupt the rhythm of the tackle or the end or the guard, initiate confrontation under your terms. I don't know that we're doing a great job of teaching that, because when you teach that, the game gets pretty easy. And again, not all these are wins. We'll see this. We have a 4 technique and an outside rush from Jerome Baker 55, but the left guard knows he's got to jump out here. And what you should do, looking at the stance of the tackle is going to set back. So as the guard, you don't really want to set flat and get on different angles, because this guy can jump your flat set and go around. Even though 92 is not, we don't know his name, he's not a great pass rusher, but he's able to put him in that situation. Tackle does a great job going vertical, okay? But you put yourself in a precarious situation here because you don't set back. You're trying to reach out and grab that guy. Again, his angle of departure shows that he's working to get upfield, okay? He's looking in at the guard, but we see the angle of departure is kind of going up towards that B gap, high B gap, maybe into the tackle. That forces, or that provokes, the guard to set maybe flatter than he should or he would have otherwise. And so this confrontation right here, 92's feeling really good about it. He attacks both arms, chops through, gets the arm over, wins, gets into the quarterback's face. Quarterback makes a great play.